Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, it's a very pleasant time right here. And yet again, another brilliant session of Tuesday Learnings. Very happy to have everyone on board, have this time that you're spending with us. Today's topic is very interesting. And it's one of the topics that would benefit all of you who are here. Because let me tell you, research says that financial expertise, financial intelligence is one of the top 10 skills that an entrepreneur should have. And most of us trainers, we are freelancers. And all of us are on our own practically. And financial planning is crucial even for our personal financial sub aspects. So on that note, I'd like to invite Mr. Samir Kadam. I'll give you a brief introduction about him. He's an expert in the field of financial planning, and he's an FPSB trained certified financial planner. And with over 15 years of experience, Mr. Samir is an expert in investment planning, retirement planning, tax and real and risk estate planning. He brings a holistic approach to financial planning. He makes complex things very simple, and he helps people align their life goals along with their financial goals and help them achieve their whatever goals they have set financially. And he offers various services like money management, wealth management, risk and debt management, tax planning, and legacy planning. And he's associated with Nashik Industrialist and Manufacturers Association. And he's also a qualified financial advisor in Number One Finance Private Limited. And overall, the knowledge that we are going to gain here is going to be very crucial in various aspects. Now, sir, we are eager to learn from you, and we are eager to hear from you. And before we start, let me just give a brief rules that we have to follow. Let's make it an interactive session. Those who would like to contribute, those who would like to make it engaging, could feel free to raise your hands. We'll allow you to discuss whatever queries you have. And finally, make a note of the questions that arises during the fit. And towards the end, we have a Q&A session towards the last 10 minutes. And thank you so much. Over to you, Samir, sir.
Thank you very much, Aparna and Elvis, for such a wonderful introduction. First of all, let me tell you, I am not a professional trainer. So giving a session in front of professional trainer is definitely going to be a challenging task. But I can assure you that you will hear something which probably you would not have heard as of now.
Great, fantastic.
So I will ask, the session with one question. Why do we work? The simple answer is, why do we work? The simple answer is we want to earn the money, correct?
Right.
And why do we want to earn the money?
To make ourselves secure.
Basically, we want to enjoy our life, correct? That's why we earn the money. That's why we start our earning journey, say, from the age of 18 or maybe 20 or maybe 22. And it continues till the age of 55, 60, 65, in some certain cases, even up till the age of 70. Correct? But is this journey really enjoyable? Or it is stressful?
Usually it's stressful.
Usually it's stressful, correct? So today's session is basically on the topic how you should actually enjoy your earning journey, how it should become stress-free, correct? And to make it stress-free, we need to achieve something called as financial freedom. So can I share my screen?
Yes, sure. You can share.
Yes.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
And is it running fine?
Yes.
Yes.
Or it
Absolutely.
is it on the second slide, that is agenda?
Right,
It is,
right. Yes.
okay, okay. Sure. So that is why we are discussing today, how to achieve financial freedom, because it is only the financial freedom that is going to give you the much required stress-free financial journey and the enjoyable financial journey. So we are going to discuss, the roadmap, how we can reach to the financial freedom. So the agenda for today, first is what is financial planning? Now you must have heard this word so many times, but if I ask you, can you elaborate what is financial planning? I am sure most of you will not be able to give me the exact definition of financial planning because this is not being taught anywhere. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So today we will learn, what is the exact meaning of financial planning? Second, why financial planning? The simple answer to this is, if you want to achieve financial freedom early in your life, then the only way forward is financial planning. Third, 10 steps of in-depth financial planning, how financial planning is being done professionally. And at the end of the session or during the session, I will give you some free tools to assess your current financial situation. So this is how we are going to talk about. So just let me give you a brief introduction about, of course, there is so many things I've been talked about myself, but then few things which probably you may not be knowing. So I have 15 years of experience in financial sector. My last assignment was with Reliance Capital as a senior regional head. I was handling the business management of Maharashtra and Goa. In my career, I have prepared financial plans for more than 500 clients. In my corporate assignment, I have handled an AUM, that is asset under management, worth 2000 plus crore. In my current capacity, I am handling a portfolio of 140 crore. And because of this experience, in last 3 years, Nifty has given a return of 15% compounding.
Mm-hmm.
Nifty 500, that is called as broader market, has given a return of 18.5% compounding. And during the same period, the portfolio which I was handling had delivered a result of close to around 30%. Now, these are all authentic, legitimate returns. Now, why this has happened? Definitely because of my experience, but also because of my expertise. Now, what are these expertise? As I told you, I am an investment planning specialist from Financial Planning Standard Board, India. I am also a risk and estate planning specialist. I am a retirement and tax planning specialist. And after clearing all these 3 modules, then finally I became a certified financial planner registered with Financial Planning Standard Board, India. Now there are only 3,000 odd registered CFPs with FPSP. So let us start our session. Let me extend my warm welcome, and we will start this session with one song which is very, very close to my heart, but at the same time, it is very relevant for our topic as well. So I don't know how many of you remember this song, because this is a song of an old movie.
Can't hear the sound, Samir. Samir, we can't hear the sound.
Huh?
We can't hear the sound.
You can't hear the song?
Yeah,
Oh,
so when you're sharing, there is a tick check box to tick the sound checkbox.
correct,
Share.
correct.
If you tick that, yeah.
Just a moment. From where to actually play?
When you go to share, just go to share. On the right bottom corner, you will see sound option. Share with sound.
The
Right bottom side. After clicking on share.
layout and options.
No. When you click on share, there will be a window that opens.
I think he will have to stop the screen share and share it again. So then he will get
Yeah,
the
do that.
Sure. So right bottom side.
So when you click share, you'll see an option.
Okay.
Yeah. with the audio.
Hmm? No, there is no option, but anyway, we will go ahead with it. So this song is basically of Muqaddar Ka Sikandar. If you remember the old movie of Amitabh Bachchan, the song says that rote hube aate hai sab, hasta hua jo jayega, wo Muqaddar Ka Sikandar कहलाएगा. That is what this song is. So if you really want to become Sikandar of your Muqaddar, and if you want to enjoy, you can at least see, even if you don't heard this voice, you can see this. So if you really want to have an stress-free and confident lifestyle like this, then the only way you can achieve this is by achieving financial freedom. So, so what is financial freedom? Let me ask you one quick question. What is financial freedom according to you?
Yeah, I can guess maybe financially sound.
Financially
Sound.
sound, correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. You need to be financially sound. But if you go a little dip into that, what is the meaning of financial sound? We all have started our earning journey, but what will
Yes.
be the ultimate goal of our financial journey, earning journey?
We can spend also and we can save also for the future.
So let me give you a new perspective. How many of you would like to have a life where there is no compulsion on you to earn the money? How many of you would like to live a life where there is no compulsion on you to earn the money? Everybody? Now, that is the real meaning of financial freedom.
So could you please repeat?
So how many of you would love to live a life where there is no compulsion on you to earn the money? There is no compulsion. Even if there is a chance for you to earn the money, it should become an enjoyable event, not a stressful thing. So what does this mean? So let me give you one quick example. So imagine you have an asset portfolio worth 10 crore with you today. You are getting a monthly income of 7 lakh rupees from your invested assets. And you are completely debt free. How your life will be then?
It will be amazing.
It will be amazing. The stress has completely gone then. At least financial stress has completely gone.
Yes.
You know you are having a 10 crore worth of assets. You are getting an income of 7 lakh rupees every month. And then there is no debt on your head. Life will become enjoyable. The question is, how many of you or how many of us are already here? Very few. How many of us are confident that we will reach here at some point of time in our life to this financial position? And if you are confident, then do you have a clear-cut plan how and when you will achieve this financial position? If there is no clear plan available, then over a period of time, your confidence will come down. And then you will give up on your dreams. That is the issue. And how many of you are finding it difficult, that it is very, very difficult to achieve this position? So if most of us are finding it difficult, then we need to understand what are the difficulties in achieving the financial freedom. So according to me, the number one difficulty is not having proper financial knowledge. At least I am not aware any curriculum which is giving the knowledge of how to create, how to grow, and how to protect your wealth. Do you know any curriculum which gives this knowledge? So how we take our financial decisions based on the limited knowledge which we have, which increases our chances of taking the wrong financial decisions, and that is why we move away from the financial freedom. Second, taking investment decisions under the influence of non-qualified persons. Now, who are non-qualified persons? First, who do not have the legitimate qualification, and second, their intention is only to sell the product and not to give the holistic advice. If you take the financial decisions based on the influence of such person, what is going to happen? You are going to invest in the products which are not suitable for you.
It will be a loss.
If it is not suitable for you, obviously you are not going to make the progress in your life. Third, not knowing about the exact saving potential or not utilizing our entire saving potential. How many of you can tell me confidently, yeah, this is my saving potential? If we do not know our proper saving potential, exact saving potential, how are we going to take the financial decision? Then the financial decisions we are going to take, or the investment decisions which we are going to take, these are all random decisions then. And the random decisions will not help you growing in your life. Third, not having in-depth knowledge about various investment options. There are thousands and lakhs of investment options which are available in India. But how many do we know? 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, that's all. And then whatever, the investment options we know and whatever experience we have about certain investment products, we prefer to invest only in those products. So we lose on so many opportunities which probably can help us grow faster in our life. Not aware about the accurate calculation about achieving various goals. So first of all, we do not invest keeping in mind investment goals. And second, even if we thought about investment goals, we don't know how to do the accurate calculations to achieve this goal. For example, your investment goal is education of your child. Your child is going to go for the higher education, say after 10 years. So whatever is the cost of higher education today, it will remain the same after 10 years?
No.
Why? Because there is an inflation. So the price is going to increase. What is the inflation rate of India, by the way?
6 to 7%.
Yeah, it's around 5.5%. If you take the history of last 20-25 years, then it is around 5.5%. The acceptable inflation rate for the India is 4% plus and minus 2%. So 6 to 2% is the range. So with 5.5%, say 50 lakh rupees today will become, say, approximately 1 crore after 10 years. So if you want to achieve 1 crore in 10 years, then what you need to do exactly, how much lump sum investment you need to do today, how much regular savings you need to do today. If you know this properly, then only you will make the correct investment decisions. Otherwise, all are going to be the random investment decisions, and that is what we are making. And that is why we are not growing the way we should grow in our financial life. Finally, as a result, we invest in options which are giving either lesser returns than inflation or invest in a very, very risky assets. So we either make very less wealth or we tend to lose our money. And a few more reasons because of which we move away from the financial freedom is we focus on lifestyle improvement instead of wealth creation. Suppose you receive 50 lakh rupees today. What is the first thing that will come in your mind? It's all about spending.
Yes, spending, how to spend.
So this is what it's all about in our upbringing. So our focus is on lifestyle improvement instead of wealth creation. Second, we are not making enough provisions for emergency situations. So even the smallest of emergency becomes a big crisis for us. Third, taking loan without knowing our loan repayment capacity. How many of you know your exact loan repayment capacity, how much loan you should go for? And do you take the loans keeping in mind your loan repayment capacity? Or you just go with the flow? Whatever is being told to you, yeah, these are the terms and conditions, this is the interest rate, that much only we actually consider while taking the loan. The ideal way is you must know your loan repayment capacity and then only you can take the loan according to that. Not taking adequate insurance cover or selecting inappropriate insurance product. We take a lot of insurance policies, but most of them are inappropriate. These are not suitable for us. And finally, prefer to invest bulk of our saving in illiquid options like real estate or life insurance. Whereas we have so many financial goals where we need liquid cash, but bulk of our savings are being parked in illiquid options. They may give higher return, may not give good returns. So these are some of the reasons which I feel because of which most of the clients are finding it difficult to achieve financial freedom in their life. So I told you what is financial freedom. The simplest example is you have a 10 crore worth of wealth. You are getting 7 lakh rupees worth of income every month from that wealth and you are completely debt free. Keep this in mind. Huh? So if these problems are not being solved, then what are the consequences? The biggest consequences is we are unable to create wealth and we always constantly live in financially insecure environment. Second, we increase our financial vulnerability. As I told you, even the smallest of emergency becomes a big crisis for us. Majority of the client fall into a debt trap during the emergencies only. We struggle to fulfill even the basic responsibilities, emotional and mental health. Now, this is very, very important. See, because of the financial stress, there is going to be a disturbed family life. The productivity is going to be reduced, which leads to deterioration of self-confidence. And finally, it leads to anxiety, depression, and deteriorating mental health. So this is one of the biggest consequences. And with this, if you lose your self-confidence, obviously your progress in your life, forget financial progress, but otherwise also your progress is going to be slow then. And finally, we compromise on long-term goals, including our retirement. So that's the biggest problem. If we do not manage our finances well, if we do not take care of all these problems which I just described. So what is the solution? So the solution to this is complete financial planning by a professional. That is a CFP. So what is financial planning then? In simple words, financial planning is basically assessing your current financial situation and then creating a plan suitable for your current financial situation to achieve financial freedom. So the first step is assessing your current financial situation, deciding your financial freedom goal, and then creating a plan to achieve that financial freedom. So it involves in assessing multiple areas of finance, including your investments, your saving potential, the taxes which you pay, your retirement goals, your estate planning. Estate planning here doesn't mean real estate. Estate planning means legacy planning. and the insurance, your risk management requirements. So financial planning will help you make a sound financial decisions to achieve your all short-term, mid-term, as well as long-term goals. And it also prepare you for unexpected risks such as illness, injury, job loss, business loss, as well as death, premature death. So this is in simple word the financial planning. But how financial planning is being done professionally, so that we will see. So in-depth financial planning, it starts actually with identification of your life goals. So we need to first identify what are the goals which you want to achieve in your life. So these goals can be anything. There are multiple goals which we want to achieve in our life. There is no single goal that we want to achieve. Correct? So we need to identify that first. Once the goals are being identified, then we need to do the investment planning to achieve all these goals. That means when this goal need to be achieved, how much corpus will be required at the time of achievement, and how to achieve that corpus. So that is what investment planning is all about. Once the investment planning is being done for all the goals which are being identified, then we need to go for the personal finance management. Personal finance management is nothing but assessing your current financial situation. Are you in a position to save for all your goals today, or we need to prioritize some of the goals and we need to postpone some of the goals? So that will be decided with the personal finance management. And once we decide that, yeah, this is what your saving ability, this much you can save lump sum and this much you can save regularly, then we go into a wealth management. Where to invest this money? Which instruments are more suitable for achieving your financial goals? After wealth management, another important parameter is your debt management. How much loan you should take. If you had already taken a lot of loan, then how to get rid of that loan as early as possible. All these things will come into a debt management. Then comes your risk management. What are all risks that you will face during your income journey, earning journey, and how to manage them cost effectively. That is risk management. Seventh is emergency management, emergency planning, the emergency situation which you may come across in your life. So how you should prepare yourself today so that even if the emergency hits, it should cause you minimum damage or no damage. Then retirement planning. At some point of time, you will end your earning journey. Say, suppose you decided to end your earning journey at the age of 55. Your life expectancy is, let's say, considered 95. So then it will be 40 years of life without earning. So how you should prepare yourself for such a big period so that these 40 years of period will be absolutely enjoyable. These should become, in true sense, golden years for us and not the struggling years. Then tax planning. Now, tax planning is something different and tax saving is something different. If the time permits, I will explain you what is the difference between tax planning and tax saving. But our focus is basically on tax saving, and we do not focus generally on tax planning. And finally, legacy planning. Legacy planning means after us, whatever is our wealth, whatever are our assets, how they should be transferred to our next generation, our legal heirs, without much of a legal hassles. So that is what legacy planning is. So what all things we should do today so that this process will be smooth after you. So this becomes a complete financial planning, and this becomes a complete roadmap to your financial freedom. Even if you miss one step, you will move that much far from your ultimate goal, that is achieving financial freedom. That is, there is no compulsion on you to earn money in your life, for your living. So we will look at these 10 steps one by one. So we will start first with identification of life goals. So what is the life for us? What is the definition of life according to you? Now, this is the topic which you know better than me, in fact. What do we do
Life,
the whole life?
life is living your each and every day, eating, playing, sleeping, doing everything.
Eating, playing, sleeping, correct?
Sleeping, yeah, working.
So, absolutely.
Shubhra says
So,
it's marriage, kids' education, buying a house, vacation, retirement.
correct. So eating, playing, sleeping, I will put it in a slightly proper words. So eating means your responsibilities, playing means your desires, and sleeping means your dreams. We spend our entire life completing only these three things. We spend our entire life completing our responsibilities, try to manage our desires as much as we possible, and we try and chase our dreams. This is where we spend our entire life. So what are the responsibilities? These are the responsibilities. Self-care, the living expenses which our family needs. We need to buy a house. We need to provide the best of education to our kids. We want to buy a bike. We want to have a car. We need to have a very good retirement. We need to support our parents during their old age. And we, of course, need to become debt-free as early as possible. These are our responsibilities. What are our desires? So we want to enjoy a very good vacations. We want to buy the latest gadgets. We want to buy the fashionable jewelry. We need to have some luxury items with us. We need to upgrade our skills. That is also again our desires. We want to improve our education, higher education. We want to do charity. We want to have a membership of some sports or leisure clubs. These are all our desires. And these are our dreams. Having a dream home, or having a dream bike, or having a dream car, or having a secondary home, or a vacation home, or a farmhouse sort of thing. We want to start our dream profession. We want to go to a world tour, a space tour, or maybe we wanted to have some of the dream possessions with us, some of the unique articles with us. These are what our dreams are. So some of them are being mentioned over here. There are plenty, correct? So you need to identify which are your most important responsibilities you need to fulfill, which are your desires which you want to complete, and which are your dreams which you want to pursue. Once that is being identified, then you will have a complete clarity. This is how my life is going to progress. This is what I want to do in my life. Correct? And once you have the proper identification of life goals, then comes the second step, that is goal-based investment planning. So what does this mean? First is defining your goal. So what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve. As I told you, the example, your goal is child education. Then when you want to achieve your child education, say 10 years from now, 12 years from now, 15 years from now. So this is how the goals are being defined. Second, funds requirement at the time of achievement. When you actually want to complete your goal, at that time, what will be the funds that will be required? And how much regular saving and lump sum investments are required to achieve all these goals? So these are theoretical. Let me explain you with an example. So example is, suppose your goal is child education, correct? After 10 years. So the current cost, if you want to send your child for a higher education today, then the current cost is say 30 lakh rupees. So do you feel this 30 lakh rupees will remain 30 lakh rupees after 10 years? Obviously no. So what it will be? It will be 65 lakh rupees after 10 years, considering an inflation of 6%. Now, to achieve 65 lakh rupees in 10 years, you need to invest 5 lakh rupees one time and 20,000 rupees every month. So that in 10 years, you will accumulate a corpus of 65 lakh rupees and your child's education will be completed without any hurdles.
South, like couple of colleges. Rest it is average, like you could take it anywhere, that's fine. But priority should be Mumbai because facilities are provided to the colleges.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Samir.
Yeah.
There was
So,
some disturbance, I think, from somewhere.
If your child has to go for the higher education today, then let us say 30 lakh rupees is the cost. So this 30 lakh rupees will become 65 lakh rupees considering 6% inflation after 10 years. And to achieve this, to accumulate this 65 lakh rupees in 10 years, what you need to do, you need to invest 5 lakh rupees lump sum and you need to start saving 20,000 rupees every month so that you can comfortably achieve 65 lakh rupees in 10 years. Yeah. So, child education, is this the only goal which we have in our life? No, we have multiple goals, right? So, second goal, let us consider second goal is child's marriage, that is after 20 years. Third goal can be getting debt free in next 5 years. Fourth goal can be buying a car in next 3 years. And fifth goal, you want to start your own business. So, you want to accumulate a corpus of 50 lakh rupees in next 5 years. So these are the 5 goals. For an example, these are the 5 goals which we have identified and we want to complete all these 5 goals. Correct? Now to complete all these 5 goals, you need a lump sum investment of 25 lakh rupees today and a monthly saving of 75,000 rupees. So is it possible to invest this much of amount today? Can anybody tell confidently? Yeah, this is possible. Or at least is it possible in this case based on the data which is being presented on the screen? No, right? Because there is no data available. Whether this guy is in a position to invest this much of amount and save this much of regular saving, correct? Make this much of regular saving. So what you need to do then, you need to, if you are not in a position, to save 25 lakh rupees, invest 25 lakh rupees one time and 75,000 rupees every month, then you need to prioritize goals. So how to prioritize goals? So first is categorize all the goals into short term, medium term and long term. So now which are short term goals? So obviously buying a car in next 3 years became your short term goal. Correct? Then getting debt free and creating a corpus of 50 lakh rupees in next 5 years became your mid-term goal, and your child education and child marriage became your long-term goals. But then do we need to prioritize the goals only based on the urgency or the categorization? We also need to take into consideration the importance of this goal. So suppose you want to buy a car in next 3 years. If we buy a car, say after 5 years, is it going to make a much difference in your life? No. But can you postpone your child's education by even a 1 year? No, right? So which is the most important goal? Obviously, the most important goals is your child's education. Then we need to start our business in next 5 years. So before starting the business, first step is you get debt free so that you do not carry any liability when you enter into a new thing. So that becomes your second priority. Then we want to buy a car because since we earning good, so we should also go for a car. So that becomes our third priority. Fourth priority is accumulating a corpus to start our own business. And fifth priority becomes the child's marriage. This is how prioritization is being done. And then start saving for the high priority goals based on your current saving potential. Suppose today you are in a position to invest 5 lakh rupees lump sum and 30,000 rupees every month. Then you should start saving first for your child's education, then start investing for getting debt free in next 5 years. And once these goals are being achieved, then think of other goals. So how confident are you that you can achieve all these goals? Not sure, correct? We really don't know whether we are in a position to achieve for all these goals or not. And this is where then comes our third step, and that is personal finance management. Now, personal finance management is nothing but assessing our current financial situation. So we need to understand our current financial situation first to know whether we are in a position to fund for all the goals or not. So it will start by preparing your current cash flow. Now, current cash flow statement is nothing but your income versus expense statement. You need to create your income versus expense statement properly. So what is income versus expense statement? So it's a simple table. On left-hand column, write down all the heads of income. Whatever are your income sources, that is your primary income, your secondary income, the passive income which you are getting, the returns which you are getting on your investments. If you have a real estate property, if you are getting some rent out of it. So list down all possible income sources in the first column and list down all possible expenses in the right-hand column and total it down. So this becomes your cash flow statement. You will come to know your exact income and you will come to know your exact expenses. So based on this, you will come to know your exact saving potential. How much you are in a position to save. Now, second is, so this will help you to determine your saving potential. Now, this normal way of saving is income minus expenses became your saving. But the method which I recommend is income minus your saving priorities. And then whatever is being left, you are being provided guidance to manage your expenses in that. This is what is how your saving potential is being increased. So basically to maximize your saving potential. Now, third, we need to prepare a net worth statement. Net worth statement is your asset versus liabilities. So again, a simple table, all your assets list down on the left-hand side, all your liabilities list down on the other side. So with your asset and liability statement, you will come to know the exact rate of return you are getting on your existing investments and exact interest rate which you are paying on your liabilities. So with this, what you will come to know is your existing non-performing investments and the liabilities which you had taken. Are these good liabilities or bad liabilities? And how it is impacting on your cash flow, correct? So so this is a QR which I had given. You can scan this QR and you will get a ready-made downloadable Excel template so that you can create your proper cash flow and your net worth statement, asset and liability statement. These are ready-made templates. You just need to fill the data in that. And once you do that, you can send that to me for a consultation as well, so that I can give you which are your improvement areas and which are the things that are working for you. Correct? So this is the general method of doing personal finance management. How personal finance management is being done by a professional, that I will tell you now. So let us take a case study of Mr. and Mrs. Ravi. I believe my screen is visible because very important slide. Correct. Okay. So let us take a case study of Mr. and Mrs. Ravi. Now, the income of this family is 16.5 lakh rupees. The income of Ravi is 14 lakh rupees. The income of Mrs. Ravi is 2.5 lakh rupees. Correct. Now, the family expenses, yearly family expenses are 5 lakh rupees. Now, this family has taken a house and they had taken it on a loan. So the EMI for the year is 4 lakh rupees. The income tax which Ravi has paid last year is 96,000 rupees. Ravi had taken a few life insurance policies with the help of some of the life insurance agents, and the total annual premium is 2.5 lakh rupees. Since he is working, there is a PF deduction that is 7,000 rupees per month. He also has a PPF account in which he is saving 5,000 rupees per month. Now, with the help of a mutual fund distributor, he also started an SIP that is in which he is investing 10,000 rupees per month. So put together his life insurance premium, PF deduction, PPF contribution, and mutual fund SIP, his total regular saving for the year is 5.14 lakh rupees. Now, when Ravi approached me, I realized that his unutilized income means he is neither spending that nor he is saving that. That is 1.4 lakh rupees. And he was having a saving account balance of 5 lakh rupees. The 5 lakh rupees was lying in his saving account idea. Now, this is the case of a real client, only the names have been changed. So according to you, this is how Ravi and his family has managed their finances as of now. So what will be their financial position after 10 years? How much wealth this family will have after 10 years? They are saving almost 5.14 lakh rupees every year. There is a saving account balance of 5 lakh rupees. How much wealth this family will be able to create in 10 years? Any guess?
There will be interest that will be adding on.
Will be?
There will be interest to this amount. So
yeah, obviously there is going to be a return. Life insurance policies will give some return. PF will give some return. PPF will give some return.
nearly 75 lakhs to 1 crore.
Yeah, correct. So considering the returns which life insurance policies are giving, EPF is giving, PPF is giving, mutual fund SIP is giving, Ravi is going to have a wealth of 75 lakh rupees after 10 years. So you are bang on. Now Ravi approached me. So what I did, I have suggested some modification in his investment. So first of all, his income is 16.5 lakh rupees. I assessed his expenses. These are all genuine expenses. So I keep it like that only. So 5 lakh rupees remains 5 lakh rupees. His home loan EMI is 4 lakh rupees. Of course, I have given a strategy to manage this, but I will tell you later. As of now, the home loan EMI remains 4 lakh rupees. The income tax which Ravi has paid 96,000 rupees. After consulting with me, that income tax has come down to 76,000 rupees. Now, why it has come down to 76,000 rupees? Again, if time permits, I will tell you. Now, the life insurance premium which he was paying worth 2.5 lakh rupees every year. So I have recommended him to surrender all these policies and invest this entire premium into mutual funds which are researched and selected by me. Now, why I have recommended to surrender this policy? Not because life insurance policies are bad, but because these policies are not suitable for any of his goals. His life goals, whatever are his life goals, these are not suitable for any of his life goals. And that is why it is being advised to surrender all these policies and invest into a mutual fund which are being researched and identified by me. Now, his PF deduction will continue as it is. It is a mandatory deduction. The PPF, I have advised him to reduce the PPF contribution to 500 rupees a year, from 5,000 rupees per month to 500 rupees a year, because this is the minimum contribution required to keep the PPF account active. And again, invest the entire 59,000, remaining 59,500 into the selected mutual funds. The mutual fund SIP which are going on, that are also being shifted into the more suitable mutual funds. His unutilized income of 1.4 lakh rupees, that also being invested properly. So his total regular saving from 5.14 lakh rupees is being increased to 6.64 lakh rupees. His saving account balance of 5 lakh rupees are being recommended to invest into a liquid fund. So what does liquid fund means? This is again a mutual fund, but it has nothing to do with the market, stock market. Even if market goes up or market goes down, the liquid fund will remain stable. It will give around 6 to 7% return, but it is definitely much better return as compared to saving account balance. And you can withdraw money anytime you want from these funds. So that is why these funds are being recommended to transfer into a liquid fund, basically to manage the emergencies. So these are the modifications I have suggested. According to you, what would have been the impact on his wealth? After 10 years, how much will be his wealth? So without taking much of a time, from 75 lakh rupees, it has improved to 1.47 crore. Same income, same expenses, everything is same. Only thing is that little bit of modification, and the overall wealth has increased from 75 lakh rupees to 1.47 crore, almost double. So if Ravi works on, the smart investment strategies like this, can you imagine his growth in next 30 years? Let me explain you with the simple table. So on one side, when he is managing his finances on his own, and when he is doing all his investment after the planning, smart planning. So after 10 years, the wealth which Ravi is going to create when he is managing his wealth on his own is 75 lakh rupees. And when he takes the guidance of an expert, it becomes 1.47 crore. After 15 years, when Ravi manages his finance on his own, it becomes 1.41 crore. But when he takes the guidance of an expert, it becomes 3.16 crore. After 20 years, when Ravi manages his finance on his own, it becomes 2.25 crore. But when he takes the guidance of an expert, it becomes 6.28 crore. After 25 years, 3.43 crore, and that becomes 12 crore. Almost 4 times. And after 30 years, when Ravi manages his finance on his own, it becomes 5 crore. And when he takes the guidance of an expert, it becomes almost 23 crore. So whatever Ravi is going to achieve by managing his own finances, by managing his finances on his own in 30 years, so that he is going to achieve in, say, less than 20 years. And after that, his financial growth becomes exponential. Now, if you remember the financial freedom numbers which I told you, that is 10 crore worth of wealth, you will get 7 lakh worth of monthly income, and you will be debt free. Now, to achieve 10 crore worth of wealth, say 12 crore over here, how much saving actually Ravi did? He was investing 6.64 lakh rupees a year. So that becomes 55,000 rupees a month. So by investing just 55,000 rupees a month, he can achieve a wealth worth of 12 crore. Do you think he will achieve financial freedom? This is what happens. Now, the same thing I have explained in a graphical format. So blue graph basically explain our progress when we try and manage our finances on our own. And orange graph depicts your financial growth when you take the consultation of an expert. So this growth is exponential. So now once you realize your saving potential, once you know your investment goals, then what you need is a smart investment strategy, and that is called as asset management or wealth management. So this is what our next step is. So what is wealth management? First is knowing your risk profile. So what is your risk profile? So risk profile is nothing but your risk-taking ability and your risk tolerance level. Because unless and until you know your risk profile, by the way, how much time do I have?
So we have 10 minutes more, and then we'll start with the Q&A.
Okay, so I think I will explain you wealth management properly because this is very important topic, and then we will go straight away into the Q&As, correct? So before investing into going into the investments, you need to understand your risk profile very well. So your risk profile is nothing but your risk-taking ability and your risk tolerance level. If you understand your risk profile properly, that you can take, you are highly aggressive in your risk profile, you are aggressive in your risk profile, you are balanced, or you are conservative, or you are moderate, then you can choose the right investment option once you know your risk profile properly. Second, then you can design the right asset allocation strategies based on your risk profile. Now, if you want to know your risk profile, you can go on my website. There is a model of risk profile. You can access it free. So these are basically MCQs. It will take hardly 4-5 minutes for you. And fill that, you will come to know your risk profile properly. So once you know your risk profile, so based on that, the asset allocation strategies can be designed. And once the asset allocation strategies are being designed, asset allocation strategies means how much money actually should go into the which asset. And then you need to identify the suitable options, investment options among those assets suitable for your specific goals. Then comparing various investment options based on returns, risk, liquidity, and tax efficiency. There are so many other parameters, but these are 4 important. And then constructing an investment portfolio by selecting the best option from every asset class. So this is how the wealth management is being done. So the most important thing in wealth management is knowing the various asset classes. So what are these asset classes? So quickly, I will tell you the various asset classes. So these are the various asset classes or the popular asset classes or well-known asset classes, correct? So we have saving account balance, we have fixed deposit, life insurance policies, stocks and shares, bonds and debentures, small saving schemes, mutual funds, gold and silver, real estate, and others. So saving account balance gives a return of 2.7 to 6.5%. Risk obviously is very low or nil. Liquidity very high. You can remove your money anytime you want. But tax benefits are very low because whatever is the interest you are going to get on that, that is taxable as per the slab rate. Similarly, on fixed deposit, 6 to 7% return, risk low, liquidity again very high, tax benefit again very low. Life insurance policies, 3% to 6.5%. Risk is very low, but liquidity again is very low. You cannot withdraw money from your life insurance policies easily. Tax benefits are high because you get ATC benefits as well as you get 1010D benefit, that is maturity is tax free. But returns are very low again. Stocks and shares, returns are unpredictable. Nobody can predict what returns you will get from your investment in direct stocks, correct? Risk obviously very high, liquidity high. You can sell the stocks anytime in the market and get your money. Tax benefit again is high because here capital gain tax is applicable, long term or short term, which is less as compared to slab rate. Bonds and debentures, 6% to 13% are the returns. Risk is again high, though it's a guaranteed return product, but the risk is high because there are so many bonds which are available in the market, so many types of bonds which are available in the market. Unless and until you have the complete knowledge, very risky assets to invest in. Liquidity is low because again a long-term contract, tax benefits are again very low. because whatever interest you are going to get from bonds are taxable as per the slab rate. Small saving schemes, these are the schemes run by the government. So they have the sovereign guarantee, so risk is very low. The returns are between 4% to 8.2%. Some of the examples of small saving schemes can be your PPF, your Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana, National Saving Certificates. These are called as small saving schemes. Mutual fund, returns are between 0 to 25%. Risk is high, liquidity is high, tax benefit is also high, but we will talk about mutual fund a little in depth. Gold and silver, 8 to 12% are the return. Risk average, liquidity again high, tax benefit is also high because now gold and silver long-term capital gain tax is applicable. Real estate, the average return is 10%. Risk is average, but liquidity is very low. It is very difficult to get your money back from the real estate investment. It's a time-consuming thing. Tax benefits are again high. Others, there are so many options, but my suggestion to you, recommendation to you, do not enter into that unless and until you have the complete knowledge or you take the guidance of an expert. So the most important over here is mutual fund. Now, when we talk about the mutual fund, for us, mutual fund means only one word. But this is what the total universe of mutual fund. No? So there are basically three categories. First is equity, second is debt, and third is hybrid. And then, of course, there are solution oriented as well as other. But what is mutual fund? Mutual fund is basically a portfolio of stocks or a portfolio of debt securities or a portfolio of stocks and debt securities. What is mutual fund? A portfolio of stocks, a portfolio of debt securities, or a portfolio of stocks and debt securities. So portfolio of stocks became your equity mutual fund, portfolio of debt securities became your debt mutual fund, and portfolio of stocks and debt securities became your hybrid mutual fund. So among equity mutual fund, there are 12 types of mutual funds. Among debt mutual fund, there are 16 types of mutual fund. Among hybrid mutual fund, there are 6 types of mutual fund. And there are 4 others. Put together, there are 44 categories of mutual funds which are available in India. More than 2,500 mutual funds are available in Indian market, and more than 15,000 plus mutual funds are available in international market. So that big is the universe of mutual fund. Unless and until you know the right mutual fund for your investment, you may take up, the wrong fund to invest in, and you will not get the desired results. So I will not explain you all the funds, but I will explain you few of the categories. So why do we invest directly into the stocks? We invest into the stock with an expectation that we should get, good returns. Now, when these good returns are available, when we invest into a stock which is available at a very, very reasonable valuation and having a very strong growth opportunity. Correct? So if we have this much of understanding, do you feel, all these fund managers, all these big asset management companies which are operating in the market, they will not have these ideas? So they do have. So that is why, based on this concept, SEBI has designed this category called as value fund. So value funds means these types of stocks are being identified where the valuation is very low right now, but future growth opportunities are very high. So there are 20 value funds which are available in Indian market. The highest return is the best performing value fund has given a return of 19% compounding in last 10 years. And the worst performing fund has given a return of 13% compounding in last 10 years. Difference is 6%. Even if 2 or 3% difference will make a huge difference to your wealth. So it's up to you whether value fund is essential for you or not. And second, among value fund, which company's fund you should go with. This is how mutual fund selection is so very important. We will go with one more, that is hybrid fund. Now, hybrid is basically a portfolio of stocks and debt securities. So So when we enter into both types of asset, that is equity as well as debt securities, our expectation is that whenever equity is going to give good return, we should invest more in equity, and whenever debt is going to give more return, we should invest more in debt. So this fund is being designed in that way only, and that is why it is called as dynamic asset allocation, where your equity allocation and your debt allocation is being managed dynamically. The general percentage is 65% of your investment goes into equity and 35% goes into debt. But if fund manager feels there is an opportunity more in equity, so he will increase the allocation of equity and reduce the allocation of debt. And if the fund manager feels in next 2-3 years there is a better opportunity in debt securities, he will increase the allocation of debt and reduce the allocation of equity. This is how this fund is being managed. Now there are 33 funds, 33 different companies' funds which are available in this category. The fund which has given the best return in last 10 years is 22%, and the fund which has given the worst performance or worst return in last 10 years has given 11% return. Now, if you remain on the other side of it, that is 11%, then you are going to lose a big opportunity over here. And this is where you need to take the proper guidance before investing into such type of assets. So I will not go much into this because of the but I will give you some of the example how wealth creation has happened. Now, one of the client who has invested 50 lakh rupees on 1st of January 2015, where I have designed a proper portfolio for him. Now, this is a balanced type of portfolio. He received a return of 15.33% compounding. And as on 14th Jan 2025, his 50 lakh rupees value was 2 crore 8 lakh rupees. With a portfolio that is being designed as a balanced type, because his risk profile was balanced. And that is why a balanced portfolio was designed for him. And with that, he got 15.33% return. And his 50 lakh rupees today became 2 crore 8 lakh rupees. Of course, it must have increased a little bit after that. But as on 14 January 2025, in 10 years, 50 lakh rupees became 2 crore 8 lakh rupees. Now, another now this is with lump sum investment. I will give you another example of monthly saving as well. So this client has started a monthly SIP of 50,000 rupees as on 1st January 2015. So as of 10th December 2024, he has invested close to around 60 lakh rupees over a period of 10 years. So 50,000 rupees a month means 6 lakhs rupees a year. So in 10 years, it became 60 lakh rupees. So this portfolio is being designed in an aggressive style. He received a return of around 21% on this portfolio, and the current value today, again as on 14 January 25, is 1 crore 82 lakh rupees. Now, this is the power of wealth creation. If you take the right decision based on your risk profile, you can accumulate a wealth you can't even imagine. Wealth creation is not about chasing the higher returns. It's all about managing your risk properly and getting a consistent return over a period of time. A decent return, but a consistent return over a period of time. If you get those consistent return over a period of time, you will be able to create a wealth like anything. So if you understand his 50 lakh rupees, which he saved, has earned him additional 1 crore 58 lakh rupees, which means close to around, say, 15 lakh rupees every year. And his 50,000 rupees of monthly saving has earned him almost 1 lakh rupee every month, without his time and without his efforts. So this is how wealth creation is being done. Now, we need to do before actually going into the designing a portfolio for you or portfolio, we need to compare a lot of, do a lot of comparisons, direct stocks is better for you or equity mutual fund is better for you. No, I'm not going to tell you all this comparison. You can visit my website. All these comparisons are available over there. So you can read that. These are absolutely in such a format which can be easily understandable even by a common man.
That was wonderful. So can we start with the Q&A right
Yes,
now?
yes,
As we're
yes,
running
yes,
out
yes,
of time.
yes, yes, sure, sure, sure. So just one last thing I will show you. So these are the QR which are available. You can scan those QR or you can visit my website www.sskfinsol.com. Now, first QR will help you understand your financial health score. What does financial health score means? Whatever financial decisions you had taken as of now, how well are they and how these financial decisions are benefiting you. So you will come to know the exactly whether you had taken the right decisions or some of the decisions needs improvement. So again, these are multiple choice question. You can go to my website or scan the QR over here and you can straight away fill this financial health score. Similarly, risk profile is also available over there. And the second QR is preparing your cash flow statement and net worth statement. So these are the tools which you can use. You will come to know your exact saving potential. You will come to know which decisions are helping you and which decisions are not so good for you. So that's it from my side. There are a few more things which I need to tell, but I think we can cover that into a question answer session.
So anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. So can I start with mine?
Yeah, please.
So, all this was too much technical for me, but I somehow, understood a little bit. A lot of more knowledge has been given. So for someone who is starting to understand wealth creation, where should I start and from where should I work up?
The first thing is have a clear-cut goals. The first thing, have a clear cut. List down all your goals, whatever things which you want to achieve in your life, list down all of them. I have given you guidelines. Understand all your responsibilities, list them down, all your desires which you want to fulfill and all your dreams. So list them down. And second, create your cash flow statement and your net worth statement. So these two steps first you do. Because then you will get a clarity. And second, with cash flow and net worth statement, you will understand your exact saving potential, your investing surplus. And with net worth statement, you will understand which are the investments that are working for you and which are the investments which are not working for you, which are performing and which are not performing. So first two steps you need to do is these two. Have a clear-cut goals and second, prepare your cash flow and net worth statement. I know you are freelancer, so there are certain challenges like you will have an irregular income, you will have an inconsistent income. But at least have a clear idea about this is what your yearly income is and these are what your yearly expenses are.
That helps.
Yeah. And if you want, you can send them to me. I will give you, my perspective to this. Which of these investments or which of these expenses you can curtail or what modifications you can do in that.
That will definitely help me. Get in touch. Anybody else has any questions to ask? Kindly raise your hand or unmute yourself.
Sir, Rajendra here.
Yeah.
So there's one thing I wanted to ask you about. There's a lot of noise about an asset class which is not exactly monitored in India by SEBI. What do you think the future lies for that? It's cryptocurrencies, by the way. How do you see the future for cryptocurrencies in India?
Future
Given
definitely.
the given the type of
future definitely is good. The question is, are these asset classes suitable for you or not? Is cryptocurrency really suitable for you or not? Which goal of your you can achieve? So cryptocurrency right now is being used as a short-term money-making opportunities.
Yes,
correct?
yes.
But when you are going for a short-term money-making opportunities, then you are actually taking a big risk as well. Just to give you, what is risk according to you?
If
Risk
I were to classify risk, I would say yes, I am investing a little bit more than that, of balancing everything that I have in my bucket. But there is a good hope that there will be a good return. I'm expecting that return to be outrageous. That's the reason why I'm investing that much amount in something different.
Simple definition is risk is associated with loss, but risk is actually not a loss. Risk is possibility of loss, correct? So in
Yes, yes.
possibility of loss, there are two things: magnitude of loss and probability of occurrence. So magnitude of loss in cryptocurrency is very high, and probability of loss occurrence is again very high. So that is why it is being considered as a high risk asset. Unless and until you are thoroughly well equipped with the knowledge of cryptocurrency, do not enter into that. And I can tell you this, that very few individuals in India who has in-depth understanding about cryptocurrency. These are the assets which are being monitored and handled from countries which are developed, and they are not being managed and handled from here. So highly risky assets. So risk, basically three types of risk in investment. First is loss of capital. Second is reduction in capital. And third is loss in profit. So in cryptocurrency, the first risk is there. That is loss of capital. Because you invest, you do not invest in cryptocurrency, you trade in cryptocurrency. Now, these are a bit technical, but अभी इतना समझ लो कि cryptocurrency में you cannot invest. You need to do trading. That means short term.
Okay. No, because we usually hear a lot about people who have invested in, say, bitcoins or solanas and all. Their assets have skyrocketed, so the value has gone high, and they are still holding it. So there is still a potential for a long-term gain, right?
Now, point is, see, if there are say 100 people who have invested in crypto, maybe 5 to 6% of them they are being benefited. Almost 94 to 95% have lost their money. Now, these people will never come forward, but those 5-6% who have made money, they will come forward.
That's true. That's true.
So if the probability of becoming successful is 5 to 6%, that's too low probability to invest. So I just got a call, say day before yesterday, from one of my clients to invest into cryptocurrency. So I advised him only invest say 2 to 3% of his total savings or total investment into cryptocurrency, within a mindset that even if you lose this money, it should not bother you.
Okay.
So if you want to invest, invest only this much, and with a mindset that even if I lose this money, it should not bother me.
No, one thing that does trouble me, and this is what I wanted to ask was, the taxation behind this cryptocurrency thing. The capital gain taxations is quite higher than the normal, say, equity market. The short-term gain and long-term gain in cryptocurrency is way too higher. So, do you think there's any possibility that it will come down later or something like that? Because then the profit is gone. It evaporates.
Again, I'm
Even if you
telling
mix
you,
a
see,
little bit.
taxation is something, you are talking about tax saving, but there is something called as tax planning. Now, for example, if you invest in a cryptocurrency, in a year's time, your investment appreciated by 100%, 1 lakh rupee became 2 lakh rupee. and you had to pay, say, 30% or 33% on those profit of 1 lakh rupee, will it hurts you really? Because you, even if you, reduce 33,000 rupees from your 1 lakh rupee of profit, you are still making 66,000 rupees of profit. That is 66%. Since the chances of making profit is that much high, and that is why taxes are also very high. Now, where the profits are reasonable, if you are making a profit of, say, 14-15%, so obviously government will not tax, that much on your profit. This is how the investments are being taxed.
Okay, so there's no chance of the taxing coming down in near future.
But forget about taxing, forget about taxation. Think about the probability of you are going to make profit in those types of investments.
Okay.
That probability is very low. So probability is very low means only 4 to 5% people are making success in those investments. 94-95% are making losses in those types of investments.
Okay.
Now, there is a little less riskier asset is future in India, derivative trading. A little lesser riskier option is derivative trading in India, that is future and options. And as per SEBI data, 95% of investors are losing money in India in derivative trading.
Yes, yes.
So I told you it is a little lesser riskier as compared to cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is higher risk than that of derivative trading. But even in that, 95% of Indians are losing their money. Only 5% are making money, and to whom they are losing money? They are losing money to the foreign institutional investors, FIIs. So these investment decisions, before taking such type of investment decisions, you need to take the proper guidance. That much I can tell you at this point of time.
Sure, sure. Thank you for your guidance, sir.
Any more questions, anyone? We have, we can take 2 more at the moment. So since we don't have any more questions, I'll invite my co-host, Ms. Arus, to give the vote of thanks.
Sure. So once again, good evening, everyone. So on behalf of the IAAM Trainers platform, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Samir Kadam for delivering such an insightful and enriching session on financial fitness for trainers. So your expertise in investment, financial planning, laying emphasis on the tax planning, and telling us about the consequences of the wrong financial decisions in wealth management has provided us with great invaluable knowledge that will definitely help us make informed financial decisions. Your ability to simplify complex financial concepts and align them with our professional aspirations has been truly enlightening. So we deeply appreciate your time, effort, and dedication, sir, in sharing your wisdom with us today. And a special thank you to our organizers and participants for making this session engaging and interactive. So let us all take the valuable sessions from today and apply them to build a secure and prosperous financial future. Once again, I want to thank you, Professor Kadam, for your generosity in sharing your expertise with us. We look forward to for more such empowering sessions. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for giving the opportunity. It's my pleasure, but it's really wonderful interacting with you all. I hope you must have got some insights about managing your finances properly.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Samir, you can stop sharing your screen.
Sure.
That I can. I still okay. Great. So yes, Samir, it was a wonderful session. Yeah, though some terms were technical, portfolio and all, maybe I think many of us must have not got that. But by and large, I think you have got the idea of what Samir was trying to tell you, that you need to take the right advice, guys, before investing your hard-earned money, and don't make so such guides will tell you more on, not what to do, but more importantly, what not to do.
True.
Yeah. So once again, a very big thanks, Samir. And
Yeah, and I will request everybody to go and visit my website because that will give you a lot of idea, a lot of knowledge, while taking the financial decisions. There are a lot of material which I had put in that. So it will cover everything, the topics which even I am not able to cover today. All these things are there on the website.
Yes, guys, please visit the website. We were not able to take all the questions. If anyone has any questions, you can get in touch with Samir. His details will be there in the description of this video. So feel free to get in touch with him. Once
Surely
again,
will do so.
Tuesday Learnings team, Aparna or Ross, I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
It's Aru.
It's Arus, sir. Arus.
Arus. Okay. Sorry for that. So big thanks, Tuesday Learning teams. Rajendra, thanks to you. And thank you everyone for joining. See you next month.
Okay.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.